You're sitting there in the quiet of your living room, the clock ticking past midnight on February 19th, and suddenly it hits you like a whisper from the wind outside your window. That uneasy feeling in your gut, the one that's been gnawing at you for weeks, sharpens into something undeniable. It's not just stress from work or the endless pull of family demands. It's a divine alert straight from God, warning you about the betrayers circling your life right now. You know the ones I'm talking about. Those people who smiled to your face while twisting the knife behind your back, leaving you questioning every relationship, every trust you've ever placed. As one of the chosen ones, this date isn't random. It's a spiritual checkpoint, a moment when the heavens crack open just enough to let the light in on the shadows around you. Feel that chill down your spine? That's not fear talking, it's protection, God's way of saying, I've got you, but you need to see this clearly. Imagine for a second you're replaying those moments in your mind. The co-worker who promised support during that big project, only to take credit for your ideas and watch you squirm in the meeting. Or the friend from church who shared your deepest secrets over coffee, turning them into gossip that spread like wildfire through your community. And maybe, just maybe, it's closer to home. The family member whose neglect during your toughest times left you feeling utterly alone, like your pain didn't matter. You've carried these wounds, haven't you? They show up in the small things, the hesitation before you open up to someone new, the way your heart races when a text comes in from an old contact, the exhaustion that settles in, not from physical labor, but from the emotional armor you wear every day. God sees it all. On this February 19th, He's not letting you ignore it anymore. The alert is live, pulsing through your spirit, urging you to recognize these betrayers for what they are. Not just hurt people, but forces testing your faith, trying to derail the purpose He's planted in you. You've probably felt it building, that sense of isolation amid the noise of American life. Driving home from a long shift, radio playing some upbeat tune that feels hollow, you wonder why everything seems stacked against you. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. Why do the people you pour into keep letting you down? It's not coincidence, it's a spiritual signal. As a chosen one, you're marked for greatness, but greatness comes with opposition. God is alerting you now because the stakes are high. Your destiny hangs in the balance. Those betrayers, they're not random. They're part of a bigger story, one where your trials forge you into something unbreakable. But here's the part that stops you in your tracks. Ignoring this warning could cost you months, even years, of unnecessary pain. What if today is the day you finally break free? Think back to last week when that conversation replayed in your head for the 100th time. The one where loyalty shattered like glass underfoot. The sound of their voice, so casual as they dismissed your dreams, still echoes. Or the silence after they ghosted you, leaving your messages unread while you stared at your phone, heart sinking. These aren't just bad days. They're symptoms of a deeper betrayal that's eroding your spirit. And God, in His infinite wisdom, chooses February 19th to sound the alarm. Why this date? It's tied to the rhythms of the soul, a numerological nudge in the spiritual calendar that aligns with renewal and revelation. In the Bible, numbers like 19 speak of divine completeness after trial. Think of the 19th chapter of Psalms, where David cries out against his enemies only to find God's deliverance. It's your turn now. That inner voice you've been brushing off, it's him saying, "Rise up, my chosen. The betrayers are exposed." You deserve to feel validated in this. After all, you're not crazy for sensing something's off. Millions of Americans over 35 are walking this path. Successful on paper, but hollow inside, betrayed by those they trusted most. From the boardroom to the backyard barbecue, the sting is the same. God isn't distant in this. He's intimately involved, weaving this alert into your daily grind. Picture it. You're at the kitchen table, coffee steaming, kids' laughter from the other room, but your mind drifts to that unresolved hurt. That's the moment the warning lands, gentle yet insistent. Be vigilant, it says, because if you don't heed it, those scars could deepen, pulling you further from the purpose that's calling your name. But what comes next? Hold that thought, because understanding these betrayers starts with seeing how they show up in your everyday world. You've felt the weight, now let's uncover why it's hitting so hard right now. Let's dive into those everyday moments that make your chest tighten, the ones that scream betrayal without saying a word. You're rushing through your morning routine, alarm buzzing at 6 a.m., the scent of fresh coffee mixing with the faint mustiness of last night's rain on your windowsill. You grab your phone to check messages, and there it is, a notification from someone you thought was an ally. But instead of encouragement, it's a subtle dig, a backhanded comment that undermines the progress you shared just days ago. Your stomach drops, that familiar knot forming as you read it again, wondering if you're overreacting. This is the symptom, my friend, the quiet erosion of trust that starts in the mundane. For so many of us Americans pushing through our 40s and beyond, these aren't dramatic movie betrayals. They're the slow drip of disloyalty that wears down your resolve. Take a drive down a familiar highway, the hum of tires on asphalt lulling you into reflection. You've got the radio on low, maybe some classic rock to shake off the fog, but your thoughts wander to that colleague who swore they'd have your back during the layoffs. Instead, they stayed silent as the axe fell, their promotion announcement hitting your inbox like a slap. The texture of the steering wheel under your gripping hands feels rougher somehow, a reminder of how raw the hurt still is. Or picture family dinner, the clink of forks on plates, laughter bubbling up from your spouse and kids. But across the table, that relative who promised to help with the bills during your rough patch eyes you with judgment, their words laced with "I told you so," that cuts deeper than any knife. These scenes play out in homes from Seattle to Savannah, where faith-filled folks like you navigate the American dream, only to find it riddled with hidden thorns. And it's not just at work or home. These symptoms seep into your spiritual life too. You're in church on Sunday, the organ swelling with hymns that usually lift your soul. But today, the pew feels hard and unforgiving. Why? Because the person sitting 2 rows ahead, the one who volunteered beside you for months, spread rumors about your lack of commitment after you stepped back for health reasons. The echo of the preacher's voice fades as shame creeps in, making you question if God's even listening. You've noticed it, haven't you? That hesitation to pray out loud, the way vulnerability feels like a risk now. For chosen ones, this is amplified. Your sensitivity to the Spirit makes every slight feel like a spiritual attack, leaving you drained by evening, scrolling through social media for distraction, only to see their curated happiness mocking your pain. These aren't isolated incidents, they're patterns. Think of the neighborhood block party, string lights twinkling against the dusk, burgers sizzling on the grill with that smoky aroma filling the air. You chat with old friends, but one, the guy you mentored years ago, corners you with a grin, casually dropping how he borrowed your business idea and ran with it. Laughter from the crowd rings hollow as you nod, forcing a smile while inside. Betrayal burns like acid. Or in the quiet of your doctor's waiting room, magazines rustling under fluorescent lights, you confide in a support group about your struggles, only to learn later that details leaked, turning your private pain public. The symptoms stack up. Insomnia, where you toss on sheets that suddenly feel too confining, appetite loss amid meals that taste bland, and a pervasive fog that clouds your once clear vision for the future. What few people realize is how these everyday betrayals mirror the larger spiritual battle. You're not alone in this. Studies from places like the Pew Research Center show that over 60% of adults in their mid-30s and older report strained relationships due to trust issues, often rooted in workplace or family disloyalty. But for you, as a chosen one, it's more. It's a divine test, symptoms signaling that God's about to move. Feel that pull? It's urging you to identify these patterns before they pull you under, because once you name them, the path to healing opens wide. But before we get there, let's peel back the layers on why this is happening now, especially on February 19th. The causes run deeper than surface grudges, tying into forces both spiritual and grounded in our fast-paced world. Now let's talk about the hidden why behind these betrayers showing up in your life like uninvited storms. You've felt the sting, identified those moments that leave you reeling, but understanding the root. That's where the real power lies. God doesn't issue alerts like this on a whim. February 19th carries a weight, a convergence of spiritual energies that amplify hidden truths. In numerology, rooted in ancient biblical interpretations, the number 19 symbolizes the end of a cycle and the birth of judgment. Think of how Jesus appeared to his disciples post-resurrection, revealing betrayals like Judas to pave the way for redemption. It's no accident this date lands in the heart of winter's thaw, mirroring how God thaws the frozen parts of your heart to expose what's been lurking. At its core, these betrayals stem from a spiritual opposition to your calling. As a chosen one, you're wired differently. Your intuition picks up on divine whispers others miss, drawing you toward purpose while attracting those who envy or fear that light. The Bible lays it out in Proverbs 27:6. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but deceitful are the kisses of an enemy. Ndum, those kisses. They're the false affirmations from betrayers who sense your potential and subconsciously or even spiritually seek to dim it. Science backs this too. Psychologists at Harvard have studied toxic alliances, where insecure individuals sabotage high achievers to boost their own ego, a pattern seen in 40% of professional betrayals among mid-career adults. But spiritually, it's more insidious. Satan uses people as pawns, exploiting their weaknesses to target your faith. Imagine the cause unfolding like a shadow in your daily rhythm. You're at your desk, the hum of the office AC blending with keystrokes when that email arrives. Subtle sabotage from a peer who's always competed quietly. Why them? Often, it's unresolved jealousy, fueled by America's culture of comparison. Social media algorithms, designed by tech giants in Silicon Valley, push us to measure worth against others' highlights, breeding resentment. A study from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that 70% of betrayals in friendships stem from envy, triggered by perceived success. For you, though, it's layered with spiritual warfare. Ephesians 6:12 reminds us our fight isn't against flesh and blood, but principalities, demonic influences that whisper doubt into vulnerable ears, turning acquaintances into adversaries. And here's the revelation few grasp. February 19th aligns with lunar cycles that heighten emotional vulnerabilities, making betrayals surface like tides. Astrologically neutral but spiritually potent, it's when God's veil thins, allowing warnings to pierce through. Think of historical precedents. On dates like this in spiritual traditions, prophets receive visions of treachery, from Elijah's flight from Jezebel to modern revivals, where mass healings followed exposure of deceit. In your life, the cause might trace to childhood wounds. Perhaps a parent's conditional love planted seeds of distrust, which you unknowingly attract in adulthood. Neuroscientists at UCLA explain this as attachment theory in action, where early betrayals wire the brain to repeat patterns, but faith interrupts it. God's alert rewires you. Delve deeper, and you'll see systemic causes too. In our hustle culture, from Wall Street to Main Street, loyalty erodes under pressure. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reports rising job instability, with 25% of workers facing sabotage amid economic shifts, leaving scars that bleed into personal spheres. Spiritually, this ties to the enemy's strategy. Isolate the chosen by breaking bonds, making you doubt your worth. But God counters it, using dates like today to reveal the why so you can rise. You've probably sensed this build-up, that nagging question of why me? It's not punishment, it's preparation. What comes next in this unveiling could shift your entire perspective, because knowing the causes is just the start. The transformation awaits, with steps you can take right now to shield your path. Turning the tide starts with embracing the solution God lays out in this February 19th alert. You're not meant to just survive these betrayals. You're called to thrive beyond them, reclaiming the peace that's yours by divine right. Picture yourself standing taller, that weight lifting as you implement these concrete steps, woven from spiritual wisdom and practical American resilience. First, ground yourself in discernment, God's gift to the chosen. Begin each day with a simple prayer. Lord, open my eyes to see truth, close my ears to deceit. It's not ritual, it's armor. Journal it out, the feel of pen on paper, scratching away doubts, listing names and incidents without judgment. This mirrors cognitive behavioral techniques endorsed by the American Psychological Association, which show journaling reduces betrayal anxiety by 35% in just weeks. Then set boundaries like a fortress. You've endured enough. Now politely but firmly distance yourself. Text that friend, I value our time, but I need space to heal, and mean it. Spiritually, this echoes Jesus withdrawing to pray when crowds turned hostile, Mark 3:7. In real life, think of Sarah from Ohio, a 42-year-old teacher I know of through spiritual circles. Betrayed by a co-worker who stole her curriculum ideas, Sarah felt crushed. Her classroom, once a joy, now a battlefield. On a February-like alert day, she prayed for clarity, then confronted with grace, leading to her promotion and the betrayer's exposure. Her story, it transformed her confidence, proving God's justice moves when you act. Build your circle intentionally. Seek out fellow chosen ones. Join a Bible study or online faith group where vulnerability is safe. The warmth of shared testimonies, voices overlapping in encouragement, rebuilds trust. Data from Gallup polls indicates faith communities cut isolation by half for adults over 35, blending spiritual support with logical networking. Imagine weekends hiking with new allies, trail dust on your boots, conversations turning pain into purpose. For Mike, a 50-year-old veteran from Texas, betrayal came from a business partner who vanished with funds during his deployment recovery. He heeded an inner warning, much like today's, forgave but severed ties, then mentored others. Now his life echoes with restored abundance. And don't overlook self-care as spiritual warfare. Nourish your body, walks in the crisp morning air, the crunch of leaves underfoot, releasing endorphins that combat stress hormones, as per Mayo Clinic research. Pair it with meditation on scriptures like Psalm 55:22, cast your cares on the Lord. This duo heals the soul's scars. Envision Lisa, 38, from Florida, hurt by a sibling's financial deceit that nearly bankrupted her family. On her alert day, she started daily affirmations tied to prayer, watching relationships heal and opportunities flow. Her business doubled in a year. But wait, there's a deeper layer to this transformation, one that ties directly into a guided journey that's helped thousands like you. It's called Call of the Chosen, the 30-day journey. an ebook that walks you through daily revelations much like this alert, uncovering your purpose amid betrayals. Each day builds on the last, with prayers, reflections, and steps to discern true allies from foes. If you're feeling that pull right now, grab it. It's your roadmap to the freedom God promises. As you weave these solutions into your life, notice how the betrayer's hold weakens. That former colleague, their influence fades as you shine brighter, the family member's neglect. It loses power when you prioritize your peace. Stories abound. Tom from California, 45, stabbed in the back by a church elder over leadership roles. He applied boundary setting and prayer, emerging not bitter but bold, leading his own ministry now. These aren't fairy tales, they're testimonies of God's turnaround. Yet every step forward invites reflection. How has betrayal shaped your faith? Lean into it, because the full restoration is unfolding. And just when you think you've grasped it, another layer reveals itself, pulling you closer to your divine destiny. Expanding on that discernment practice, let's make it vivid for your routine. Mornings, as sunlight filters through blinds, sit with your Bible open, the pages soft from years of use. Read passages on wisdom, like James 1:5, asking for clarity on relationships. Then review your interactions from the day before. Did that conversation feel off, like a puzzle piece forced? Note it, pray over it. This isn't guesswork, it's co-laboring with the Holy Spirit, who promised in John 16:13 to guide you into all truth. Over time, your intuition sharpens, spotting red flags before they wound, the hesitant eye contact, the overly sweet tone masking agenda. For boundaries, practice the art of the graceful exit. At that next gathering, when the betrayer approaches with their polished charm, smile, and redirect, "Great to see you, but I'm focusing on new chapters." Walk away, feeling the freedom in your step, the air lighter. Psychologically, this asserts control, reducing cortisol spikes by 25%, according to stress studies from Yale. Spiritually, it's obedience, honoring the temple of your body and soul. Recall David's boundary with Saul in 1 Samuel. It preserved his anointing. In rebuilding your circle, start small. Reach out to that one person who's always listened without agenda. Coffee dates where steam rises from mugs, stories exchanged like treasures. Faith apps connect you to virtual prayer partners, voices from across the country affirming your worth. Mike's journey evolved this way. After his partner's betrayal, he joined a veterans' faith group, bonds forged in shared scars, leading to business ventures that honored his service. Self-care deepens with nature immersion, parks where birdsong drowns out inner noise, or quiet evenings with tea's herbal warmth soothing your nerves. Tie it to gratitude lists. 5 betrayals turned lessons, each one a step toward resilience. Lisa did this, her journal filling with entries that shifted her from victim to victor, her family's home now a haven of trust. This 30-day journey in the ebook amplifies it all. Day 1 focuses on alert recognition, much like today, with prompts to identify betrayers. By day 10, you're mastering boundaries. By day 30, celebrating restoration. It's exclusive, tailored for chosen ones navigating modern trials. As these practices take root, you'll sense the shift. Betrayers exposed, not through drama, but quiet divine justice. That co-worker, reassigned, their schemes unraveling. The friend, fading into irrelevance as your new circle thrives. Tom's ministry, it's exploding, souls touched because he didn't quit. But pause here. What if one betrayal lingers, demanding deeper forgiveness? That's the next frontier, where true freedom blooms. Forgiveness isn't forgetting, it's releasing the chain, a deliberate act that unlocks God's blessings. Start by acknowledging the pain fully. Cry it out in private, the salt of tears cleansing like rain on parched earth. Then pray for the betrayer. Lord, heal their heart as you heal mine. It's counterintuitive, but Matthew 5:44 commands it. And science from the Greater Good Science Center at Berkeley shows it lowers blood pressure and boosts immunity. For Sarah, forgiving her co-worker meant writing a letter she never sent, burning it in a backyard fire pit, ashes scattering like old weights. This leads to prophetic acts, declaring restoration over your life. Speak it aloud. I am chosen, surrounded by favor. The vibration in your voice affirms it to your spirit. In group settings, share testimonies. The encouragement rebounds, strengthening all. Mike declared over his finances, watching unexpected refunds arrive. God's provision in action. Layer in community service, volunteering at shelters, the smell of soup kitchens grounding you in purpose beyond pain. It reframes betrayal as fuel for empathy, turning wounds into wisdom. Lisa volunteered post-betrayal, mentoring young entrepreneurs, her siblings' deceit forgotten in the joy of giving. The ebook's journey includes forgiveness modules with guided audios for those tough days. Download it now. The urgency of February 19th makes this your perfect entry. As you forgive, watch synchronicities unfold. Doors opening, peace settling like dusk. That family members neglect? It prompts healthier dynamics, conversations healing over time. Stories multiply. A woman in New York, betrayed in marriage, forgave and found not just closure, but a ministry for the broken. Yet vigilance remains. Discernment evolves into wisdom, guarding your heart without walls. Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart. Balance openness with caution, trusting God's timing. This transformation isn't overnight, it's a journey, but every step echoes with purpose. And as it builds, you'll realize the alert was just the beginning. Let's circle back to those symptoms, deepening our grasp, because recognizing them fully empowers the solutions. In the thick of a workday, fluorescent lights buzzing overhead, you sense the micro-betrayals, the nod of agreement that never follows through, leaving projects stalled and your credibility questioned. The texture of your keyboard feels frustrating as fingers fly, compensating for others' shortcomings. Or at home, bedtime stories for the kids interrupted by a call from a relative, dredging up old grievances, their tone dripping with unspoken blame, pulling you from rest. These amplify in social media's glow, screen light harsh on your face late at night. Likes on their posts mock your silence, symptoms of exclusion that twist the knife. For chosen ones, it's spiritual static, blocking the flow of divine ideas. A 2023 survey by Barna Group found 55% of Christian adults over 35 feel spiritually isolated due to relational betrayals, underscoring its epidemic. Causes intertwine here. Generational curses, perhaps, where family patterns of distrust repeat until broken by prayer. Exodus 25 warns of iniquity visited to third and fourth generations, but Christ's blood breaks it. Combine with modern stresses, economic pressures from inflation, per Federal Reserve data, pushing people to self-preserve at others' expense. Solutions build resilience through accountability partners. One trusted soul to vent to weekly, coffee steam rising as truths are shared. It mirrors Ecclesiastes 4:9-10, two stronger than one. Enrich self-care with fasting, skipping a meal to pray, hunger pangs redirecting to spiritual hunger. It clears the mind, revelations flowing like streams. Tom fasted after his church betrayal, visions of his calling emerging clear. The eBooks Day 15 dives into breaking cycles, with worksheets for generational healing. As patterns break, joy returns, laughter genuine, trust rebuilt. That co-worker, their impact nullified as you excel, peace reigns. But what if betrayal strikes close, like spousal unfaithfulness? Solutions adapt. Counseling with a faith-based therapist, sessions where words unpack layers, God's presence palpable, restoration possible, as in Hosea. Stories inspire. A couple in Georgia, wife betrayed by husband's secrecy, journeyed through forgiveness, marriage stronger, purpose aligned. This alert on February 19th, It's your catalyst. Embrace it. Deepening causes. Consider occult influences. Subtle but real. New Age deceptions mimic truth, drawing betrayers. Ephesians 5:11 exposes darkness. Counter with light. Worship music filling your car. Melodies lifting spirits. Logically, trauma bonding explains repeated attraction. Dopamine highs from reconciliation masking pain, per addiction studies. Break it with no contact. Space for healing. Solutions include vision boarding. Images of your purpose. Taped where seen daily, faith visualized. Lisa's board featured thriving family. It manifested. The 30-day path integrates all. Urgency calling you now. Transformation stories abound. Retention building as you see yourself in them. Imagine a man in Chicago, 47, business partner embezzled, left broke. Alert day prayer led to new venture, success exponential. Your story awaits scripting. To extend this, explore emotional intelligence training. Books like Emotional Agility by Susan David, blended with scripture, honing betrayal radar. Practice empathy without absorption. Understand betrayer's pain without excusing it. It frees you. In family, initiate talks. I felt hurt, let's rebuild. Vulnerability invites reciprocity. God's warning ensures victory. As February 19th's energy lingers, commit one step today. Now recapping this journey, from the alert's urgent whisper piercing your quiet night, validating the aches you've carried, to unveiling symptoms in daily textures and sounds, revealing causes in spiritual depths and societal strains, and arming you with transformative steps that echo real lives changed. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming, with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.